Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I want to talk about the scenario video yesterday. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We will do a lot more. It's helpful to have Nate here. So, why the question on the few reasons. First of all, it really is not the yes or no, it's why you made that decision. So, if it could be, the guy could say, you know, because the government said so. So that tells me something. Or I was going to lose my job and I'm so far in debt, couldn't make the payment on my house, I'd be in so much trouble. Or I got a sick parent, I'm supporting them, I can't lose my job. That is pretty much what I was wanting. I want to know why you made that decision. If you did research and you know, I researched this thing for a week and came to the conclusion, not for me, because of this, and this reason. Also, future problems. If you get that and you have future problems and we're in a grid down situation and you join my group, then we have to work around that, and it could be serious. Also, you know, people say that people that get this can shed, so that could be a concern of mine. Also, blood. In a grid down situation, there's not a blood bank, so if you stock things you need and you have people in your group that can do person-to-person transfusion, you want to know if that person has that in case the other person doesn't want to get what that person has in their blood. It's crazy I have to talk like this, but I have to because of censorship. So that addresses that. It's why you came to your conclusion and can you back it up. Also, security. They say you should have walked up there with a rifle. One reason I didn't walk up there with a rifle is because who YouTube is, and trying to keep from being censored or looked at closer. So that's probably one reason, but in reality I would definitely have Overwatch. There would be people watching my back making that decision. Also, in real world, I wouldn't go up there all battle rattled out. Would not. I have plate carriers that fit under my sweatshirt, and under that big shirt I could have easily had a plate carrier to offer me some protection. That goes back to SOP. If your SOP says that when you confront someone of unknown, you don't know who they are, then everyone at least wears something, concealable body armor or an outer plate carrier. Real world, I would have gone up there with 2 people. But seeing we only have 2 people, there's not an extra person to go around, and that person's job would be security. He would go up there and he would be looking at hands and making sure I'm secure. I'm not worried about security in the sense I have to see what you say. I have to see if you look at your partner. I have to see, you know, what your facial expressions are when I'm asking you questions. So I'm more the intel guy. I escorted a lieutenant colonel around a hostile environment for a long time, and his job was to meet people. My job was to provide security for him. So I didn't care what they were talking about. I was always on, me and my team was always on alert for threats. He didn't worry about the threats, he worried about what he's talking to these foreigners about. So it'd be the same way. I would talk to the people, another person would be up there close and providing security. I'd also have Overwatch that could definitely watch these people, plus watch to see if there's any tricks or traps going on. Another person said, why didn't you fill up their water containers? Because I didn't know if they have a disease, if they have germs. I don't want to touch their container at this point. So that's why I save those things, because most people throw them away. I don't. Now, granted, I throw some away because I've saved enough. So that's why I didn't want to touch their stuff. I don't know if there was something going around, and I don't want to bring it into my retreat or my community. Somebody else said, why didn't you ask medical questions? I could have asked some basics, but really, if that conversation needed to occur, it would occur the next day, and a doc or a medic would have been up there to help ask that question, to make sure their answers were correct and to further expound on questions and answers. So I wasn't the one qualified best at the retreat, so I wouldn't have asked those questions. Why did I want them to sleep in one area? First of all, for our security, so I know where they are. Secondly, our security personnel would keep them under observation at all times. We would see how that group worked together. Did mom and dad actually love each other? Did mom and dad care for the children? Did mom and dad sacrifice when it came time to eat to make sure the kids got plenty to eat? How did they work together as their family group? Were they a team? Could you see maybe dad was very hostile or antagonistic to his wife, which that's his marriage, none of my concern, unless it turned where he was very violent to her. Then yes, I would definitely say something. But if he was hostile to the family, I don't want to bring him into my community and then have to deal with that problem down the road. With cameras nowadays, with audio equipment, you could probably, if you set them up in a certain area, and if you made that area, definitely you could see where the tent goes, you see where a fire pit goes, you had a table there, you could use audio, you could listen to them, they wouldn't know. Would that be right or wrong? In a grid down situation, I would do whatever I had to gather intel. Also, it would really help me to evaluate if those people would be part of my group, if I could actually hear them talking back and forth and they didn't know I was listening to them. Yes, it could be an invasion of privacy, but at this point I don't care. I'm trying to look out for my group. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Another one's coming up very soon, and it's going to be the exact opposite of that nice family, and you'll see how we deal with that. Thanks for watching.